So how does brand equity, which is kind of what you're talking about in some ways, how does that translate to results for the small business owner?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I always like to tell people you have a good problem and you have a bad problem, and that's sales. You have sales. So that's a good problem and it's a bad problem. And who would say, well, how is sales a bad problem? Well, for one, it's inconsistent. Your sales.
A lot of people are on the cash flow
Yeah,
roller
it's a
coaster.
roller coaster. So it's good months and bad months, good months and bad months. The other one is you've said the wrong, so it's not sustainable. The other one is you've sold to clients that are dragging you through their process and versus yours. And so I think brand equity, what that achieves is what happens when sales are low is your brand continue to attract the right clients so that you're continue to drive leads that backfill when your prospecting efforts are low. Your brand should be continue to educate and drive leads to your business, and a lot of them they're not.
Yeah, and so driving awareness to the right target, and then creating consistent revenue streams because our brand equity is in the right position in the right place.
Exactly. What that ultimately means for a small business owner is they can breathe.
Well, they're saving money because they're not spending money on things that aren't working,
and they feel proud. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've walked through our brand strategy session and people get teary-eyed and they kind of get choked up because there was a way they wanted to go in the beginning that was very authentic, and somewhere I like to say because of sales they got enough money they go, wow, this is working.
Well, I sales may be it. I mean, but just the business, right?
Yeah.
They get wrapped up onto this treadmill and they start going all over the place, and pretty soon they're really busy, they're really active, and then they get what they get, but they don't really know how they got there.
Exactly.
Because the life, day-to-day business life happened to them, and they didn't put any planning and structure into it. So they kind of get what they got.
Yeah, and I always tell people, well, they're like, well, I really don't have a brand. And I'm saying, no, you do.
Everybody does.
You do.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or like it, you're communicating something very, very deep to your consumer. And I think that's why companies like 99 Designs and these branding companies are just such a bad service, because they really don't get into the heartbeat of the customer to understand what's going to happen in the future with their brand. But I think business owners are so heartsy and so willing. They like, okay, I'll do it.
Well, there's different levels of quality with every company, and you're offering a real special.
But they look back and they say, wow, if I'd have only known what I know now, I would have never done that. And I'm sure you see that in your business coaching, where
oh my gosh,
you look back and say, well, how do you teach people that before they go too far down I40, right? To look back and go, wow, I skipped Havasu. I missed the lake,
Well, we teach people that because we want to have those conversations early, right? So that they don't miss the lake, right? But they got to have the conversation with the right type of resource, the right type of place. And so with I40, then you've also got a group of partners that will extend this brand out in a variety of different ways, a variety of different manners.
Yes.